The WTO permits countries to place restrictions on imports from countries which uses slave labour, uses prison labour, or on imports which the importing country considers to be a danger to their population, to their animals, or to their plants. For example, contaminated foodstuff. But should these restrictions be extended to environmental and labour standards which one country may consider important and another country doesn't consider as important? Let's just consider this example. So, a developed country imports cheap textiles from a developing country, and this is the factory in this developing country. Civil society in the developed country would like their government to block these imports because they feel there's poor labour standards, they're using child labour, possibly there's poor environmental standards. But if we think what might happen if that factory was actually closed, the factory workers may go and chop down trees with a worsening environmental impact. Children have to find employment to support their family, they may be sold into prostitution, etc. And what the civil society in the developed country might be better to do would be to advocate for a decrease in the barriers to trade between the developed and the developing country. So advocate that tariffs are reduced, escalating tariffs, for example, into the EU on manufactured or more processed goods. Advocate that subsidies are reduced. So, for example, in the EU, cotton subsidies are reduced, US cotton subsidies are reduced, so that this is a more level playing field and that developing countries can move towards introducing the kind of standards, labour, environmental, that is enjoyed in the developed countries. But trade restrictions probably is not the answer to these problems. International agreements on the environment and human rights are probably the way forward, and ideally these should be advocated for by civil society organisations within the developing countries.